So, what are twin flames? I speak about the true twin flame often because the one that is the other expression in your soul blueprint that also walks around in the place where you are because you make the same core decisions in a physical form, he or she is an experience you're having that is often pre-shadowed by a false experience that you can have. Because we are on the twin flame journey, that part of the abundance journey that you're in does not necessarily mean that you are already in that place where you can contain that true vibration that it refers to. So often for people, the true twin flame is someone else than the false twin flame. And this will all be clarified on your journey to get to the true ultimate lover, your best friend in the entire universe, your teacher, and the one that teaches you. Well, that's what I said. your teacher, and your student. That's how I need to say it. And your student, your life partner, and your mission work, and often therefore also business partner. Yes, that true twin flame is something that we desire. And it is desired because it's true. It is truly who you are. It's just normal. It's who you are. It's baked inside of your architecture. It's not that it's wrong. It's just often that the true twin flame is not necessarily what presents itself when we start that journey. So the point is, it's a journey, and you have to sometimes really push yourself forward through that journey to get to that place where you go from the false twin flame or false twin flames to the true one. But the true one really exists. It's natural that you have that experience, that you desire it, because it is who you are. It's your architecture on the soul level. It is what you are. It is natural to feel that in your heart as a longing, and you can get there. And although it is a consciousness change from the false one to the true one, and you have to do the consciousness work, that does not mean that once you arrive that it's not a true actual person that will come join you there at that place where your state of consciousness has changed so that they can come into your reality. So in my case, I actually had already met him 30 years ago in this lifetime, because I also remember past lifetimes that might happen to you as well. When you go further on the journey, all these kinds of things may open up for you to know, which is not necessarily always important or whatever, but it's just something that happens anyway. So in this lifetime, 30 years ago, but still, there was a lot of illusion in my mind, in my consciousness, because of childhood trauma, family traumatized imprint, multi-generational imprint of multi-generational trauma. Anyway, that I eventually also could be said have chosen as a soul to have as a place to make these certain shifts that my soul needs to learn to make. So, and if you get through those challenges, which took me a long time, and I'm here because I want you to not take such a long time for it, you also, when you have met them already, in my case, you start to recognize who it really is, instead of seeing false twin flames everywhere, and at the same time knowing very very well that you are in your heart on that true twin flame journey, and you also recognize that feeling very much, and that heart feeling that it really truly is. But how to connect that to the physical reality, that was for me a big problem. But also, when you have not met them yet, you're still needing that, wanting that true space and not a false space. In other words, you want to go through the journey with tools that can slice through those falsities, illusions, and blocks that keep you stuck in the era of the false twin flame. And you want to do that as quickly as possible. And that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here to bring you there. And you can go there by the right attitude, with the right tools, and with the right community. A community which is attuned via a master, a teacher, to the right vibration and is anchored there. Okay, so these are some ingredients that you need to get there. So what is the true twin flame? It's your soul architecture. You are having a soul invisible blueprint. In that blueprint, you will see that there are, for the very, 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 very most people, two expressions that become physical people that come from that one soul blueprint, and they are often expressed, of course, as the divine masculine and the divine feminine on the soul level. These two expressions, they belong together because they have the same soul origin, the same light, spirit origin, the same soul blueprint. And you totally belong together, and that is a friendship, it is a love, it is a collaboration on all levels. And sometimes people say, okay, but you're not supposed to be lovers. But why would you deny a part of what you essentially simply are? Don't do that, because you are denying yourself your fullness. That's not advised here. So other people say, okay, twin flames, it sounds all good and well, but it's not something that you can really achieve, or it's not necessarily what you need to achieve. Or people think that it really sounds good, and it might be true, but it's mostly a trap because, well, you can never reach it, or it's too difficult, or it's only for healing, and then you fall back into your reality and you just take whatever is here for you that is still sort of reachable, and that's what you actually need to do, because you need to learn to be a psychologically sane person, and that's how you do it. And when you do partnership, physical relationship kind of things, you shouldn't spiritualize it too much, because you get into illusions, and that's never truly true. And so many things are said about it by people that have not reached it. They don't know what it is. They talk about it, but they're not in it, talking from it. And they have all these ideas. And it is actually a lot of the times really understandable, because we have often blocks that are so ingrained, so difficult to resolve, in a sense, that, and we don't want to look that problem in the eye and stuff to enough of a degree so that it can truly transform. Yeah, that, it's somehow understandable that you would believe all these things that are not true. And it is also very important to not get stuck in illusions, People even get to psychoses on the journey sometimes, or they don't necessarily go all the way there, but it can look like that. And these are states of illusion and psychosis that you need to travel, there it is, through to the other side. And then you come in this other attunement. But when you are not yet through it and in the other attunement, it really sometimes seems to be just really unlikely that it even exists. And when you're on that journey and you come into the connection with that illusionary place, and that place where sometimes people go in the psychoses, then it seems that the best tip for you, the best advice is don't go to the twin flame at all. But that's not true. It is that our society and our upbringing and our own mistakes, our own errors in our own mind, let's take responsibility, right? We're also part of our upbringing and our families and our societies. They do have a lot of illusionary layers in it, and you do need to let that go. And that's not so easy sometimes. So you go through that phase in which you really let that go, and it can become sometimes, kind of difficult and dark, and as if there's no end to the endless awfulness and stuff. But that is necessary. And then when you're beyond it and you get to that place where you feel that divine love, because that's what the twin flame is. It's divine love made manifest in your life, embodied in the most literal sense. You get into that divine love place, and then you know that it was quite something different than you thought it was. Then you know that it's true, and it was always already true. Then you know that all these people that actually with quite good arguments sometimes try to hold you back from it, they're not right. And yeah, it's just beautiful to have gone that journey, and now you've arrived and you're sane. It's a place of sanity, of non-illusion. It's a place of being sobered up and starting that true illusionless, beautiful, fulfilling, new kind of life that is waiting for you there. And therefore, the true twin flame is also the door for this new level of living, the new ascension platform or level that we can reach as a humanity as a whole at this moment in the evolution. Because even though since eons people talk about the true twin flame, it was not necessarily very achievable, approachable by everyday you and me kind of people. And that changed recently. And now we can live it. And yeah, it's really for you and me, for everyone. Everyone desires this when they're honest with themselves and they can reach it. So, therefore, it's a very important part of the abundance journey and the abundance, living in the overflow kind of abundance that I believe life in freedom, full of value, is actually about. So, yeah, that feels good. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Love from me, Petra.